Hello, my name is Gary Zambakjan from Lebanon. I came all over from Lebanon to here because uh, I used to watch Eric Worre before 2 years, and but this was the shock the biggest shock that I had. If you love network marketing and you are struggling, this is the only plan that
Join
will
me
make
on
you
Zoom.
succeed
I
in
put the
one
link in the
year,
last
not
story.
2 to 3 years. 1 year, you will make millions, I'm sure. I'm seeing the millions from now. Thank you.
Join me on Zoom. I put the link of the Zoom in the last story. So you can see the PowerPoint. Hello, everyone. Let me make sure the chat is disabled. Let me fix that. Okay, let's test. Hello. Great. I can see the chat. Perfect. Okay, for just a second. For the people who are watching on Instagram, go to my last story. I put the Zoom link. What I'm going to talk about today is very, very important. It should be get saved in your programming because you every day take decisions for money. So anyway, hello, everyone. So let's start with how are you? NBB. Well, never been better, if you're asking me, Rani. Hello, Rita. Amazing. Never been better. So that's one. Two, from which country you are watching this workshop? Okay, guys, wait. Okay. Ghana, Dubai, Lebanon, Qatar, Lebanon, Montpellier, France, Lebanon, Algeria, Santo Domingo. Wow. Okay. Palestine, Dubai. Some people are telling me that the link in the email isn't working. Is it true? Can anyone else confirm? This is the second time I'm having this problem. I'm going to change I think the email software I'm using. Did anyone join from the email link? Just to make sure. Okay. So I think it wasn't working. So anyway, for the people who I should send an email and check all the people who received the email what's happening later. Okay, anyway, let's start. There's a lot to learn today. I prepared a great training that I think I'm going to do this training many times in many places and many companies and many communities, because it's a must. It's a must. Whatever you do in your life, understand the money game, understand the strategy to grow your income, and understand that the programmings we have about money, that we took them from where and how to change them. So there are disciplines we have to build, and I'm going to talk about all this today in the money mindset training from Grant Cardone. So let me make sure about something also. It's not recorded, but it is recorded on my YouTube channel. Okay, so my YouTube channel, I'm live there, so you can attend it. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so it is recorded on my YouTube channel. So let's start. So first of all, for the people who don't know me, my name is Gary Zambakjan. Family is very long. Just you can call me Gary Z. My motto in life is living the free life, because I just love to be free to take any decision I want in life and not get afraid from anything. So I love I love to promote it so that people enjoy that life, because we have one life and we have to live it free from the society rules, and free from guys, it is recorded on my YouTube channel. Okay, don't worry. So you can watch it on my YouTube channel, Gary Z. Anyway, other than that, I am from the age of 26, I started my personal development journey. I started working on my goals and my dreams, and I discovered that I have to go through a personal development journey, reprogramming, so to be able to reach my goals and dreams. And I also discovered that I cannot rely on a small business and I cannot rely on a job to achieve those goals. And so I started to learn how to be a businessman. And the most important thing I discovered that to learn, I have to learn from a successful businessman. So I always had mentors that I learned from them, from their books, from their trainings, and also I attend workshops around the world to be close to those people as much as I can and understand how they think. The latest, in 2021, I took a decision to go to Miami and to be closer to one of the new mentors that I was studying. His name is Grant Cardone. And Grant Cardone, he's very famous. If you Google his name, he's very successful. And every year he's doing better than the year before, like 10 times. And that's his brand, 10X. Okay, so 10X. So when I was there, I stayed like 1 month in Miami, trying to get as much information as I can, trying to benefit from any possibility to understand more how he became successful, what are his strategies, what are his techniques, what is his mindset, because strategies and techniques are amazing, but if the business mindset is not well built, you cannot build any strategy and techniques on top of it. Okay, so I always say the growth journey should be, or to become a businessman, number one, you have to fix the business mindset, then skills, and then strategies. So what I decided is I saw an offer that they did. It was new. It was only 2 years, which is a licensee program, which mainly I am able to be a coach and a trainer of the 10X movement around the world. And also I can provide all the knowledge and the coaching that Grant Cardone does. So to do that, first of all, you have to pay a big amount. I'm not going to say the number now. And two, you have to go through training process and certification process to be able to present. And I was doing this for the last 6 to 9 months, honestly. Like university, watching everyday trainings, attending live workshops to be able to help a lot of people. Why I chose Grant Cardone and why I chose to do that, mainly because what he's teaching, I've never seen it anywhere else with any other mentor I watched, I attended, or I paid money to. Personally, I see that Grant is number one now in the world of, as a speaker, as a business coach, as somebody who wants to be successful. He really gives the basic fundamentals of somebody to really be successful with all the details. Like his system is, I've never seen something like this. All the details you need, there's nothing missing. Okay. So when it comes to how to sell, where to sell, marketing, money, business, developing your business, growing your business, scaling your business. So, and also investing. So there's everything you need, wherever you are now in your career path. If you, whatever income you do now, he has a program for you to help you grow. So it's for the people who want to grow. It's for the people who want to have a better life. So that's why one of the topics that was very interesting for me to watch him explain is the money, because honestly, the starting point for me to really consider studying this person, it was in January 2021. I was part of the accelerator program with another mentor I have, who is Eric Worre. And in one of those weekly calls that Eric Worre was doing in that accelerator program, he invited to do an interview with Grant Cardone. Okay. Now I knew him before, and I saw him before live on stage in Vegas, Las Vegas in December 2019. But this interview was something else. This interview, he was saying things I never heard before. And there's one sentence, he said it many times, would shocked me, okay? Because it hit my money mindset programming, okay? Which he said, start every day broke. You shouldn't have money in the bank account. What is he talking about? You know, like, what? Yeah, spend your money. Don't keep money in the bank. Stay broke. So I was like, I want to understand more what he's saying, because it's not right, you know, it's based on our belief system. What he's saying is not right. So this is where I got more interested about him. And also after that, it was at the same time they launched the program of Undercover Billionaire on Discovery Plus. And I watched all this documentary, which is mainly they get millionaires to this program. They have 90 days. They throw him in a city that he doesn't know anyone. They change his name. And also they give him only $100 bill, $100, and an old truck and a new phone with a new number. In 90 days, they have to build $1 million business. And at that time, Grant Cardone was one of those millionaires. And I watched him not only talking, I saw his action, how he thinks and what he does. So I got so crazy about him that I went to Miami to his office, attended many workshops, and then I got the licensee program and also spent 2 days with him as a part of the mastermind plan. So mastermind program. So and then I watched this money training from him, and then I understood what he meant by being broke. It was a little bit too late for me because I already spent everything. So now, and when I watched it, I'm like, okay, now I got it. I did it wrong. I understood it wrong. So that's why it's very important you understand right today. So if you have questions at the end, please ask. I have to warn you, okay, before I start, I have to warn you that the things I'm going to say today might make you angry, might make you feel like you feel like you want to slap yourself, okay? It might make you angry and hate me, okay? Because I might hit a belief system that is programmed very deeply in your head, okay? It might show that your parents doesn't know anything. It might, I don't know, case by case. Okay, they don't know anything, and it might show also that you don't know anything. Okay, so it depends, case by case. You will have those feelings. I'm warning you. Okay, I'm warning you. But the most important, that's the growth journey. If it's comfortable what you're learning, if you agree with the trainer with everything, then you're not learning. Okay, you're just, it's like following somebody you just agree with. Okay, and you can't grow. You're going to be the same person. If your target is to grow and learn and learn new things that might hit your old programming, it's going to be uncomfortable. Okay, it's going to be uncomfortable, and that's the target. It should be uncomfortable. Okay, so I always go, that's why I chose Grant, because he made me feel so uncomfortable. I have my ego. I had a business in 100 countries, and he hit my ego, because I felt like, okay, I still don't know anything. Okay, this guy is another level. So that's why I invested on this, and tomorrow I'm launching finally my licensee business. Okay, I will give you more details tomorrow in my Instagram channel. Okay, so let's start. Again, for the people who are watching on Instagram, go to the Zoom link. It's in my last story. Okay, so let's start. So we're going to talk about today money mindset, personal finances, because there's also other trainings from Grant Cardone, money mindset when it comes to corporations and business. Okay, there's also the money mindset of your team. There's a lot of trainings about money, by the way. I cannot do them all today. Those are going to be workshops that I'm going to do for the people who are more interested into the finance world. I'm going to do them along this year. Okay, there's great news soon. And don't forget also the workshop I'm doing before I start, the workshop I'm doing this weekend. It's the first time I'm doing a workshop like that, which is mainly, it's 2 days from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's going to be really a workshop. It's not going to be a training. It's not like today I'm going to talk most of the time. It's going to be case by case, every person, whatever goal they have for the next 90 days. First of all, we're going to identify exactly what is your real most important priority goal for the next 90 days that usually we avoid because it's very uncomfortable. Okay, so we identify exactly a goal that is possible for the next 90 days. That's the most important also. And then we're going to put a strategy and plan that works with every goal. Okay, that works with every goal, a strategy and plan to achieve that goal in the next 90 days. Then we're going to check what are the roadblocks, the blocks that might distract you, that might not let you achieve this goal. We're going to go through them also and find solutions for them and help you to use your mind, to use the creative part of your mind to be solution oriented instead of looking at the problem and the block and say, I can't. Okay, so mainly this is how the workshop is going to go. So we're going to go case by case with every person. Already 60% of seats are gone. Okay, make sure you book your seat and make sure you don't do anything in the weekend. That's an investment of time for yourself, for goals and dreams and anything you want to achieve this year. Okay, whatever it is. By the way, a goal doesn't mean success financial. Okay, it can be also, the goal is success is whatever goal you have, you achieve it. Okay, so that's the target. And the most important also, my target also is to have positive testimonials. The next workshops I'm going to do, they're going to cost much more. This is only $50. Okay, virtually it's 25. It just covers the room. Okay, it just covers the rental of the room. The target is to get positive results from this workshop so that I can have positive testimonials for the business of coaching business I'm building now. Okay, so really the target is, I'm not making money from this workshop. It's really to get positive, successful results. Okay, and if I really helped you, I will ask back testimonial. Okay, so Grant Cardone, if you don't know him, you can Google him, but let me tell you what the most important things that he achieved. He's a best-selling author, 8 books that sold more than 1 million copies around the world. He's the CEO of 7 privately held companies now. He has also Cardone Capital, which is a fund that he invests in real estate, and there's $2 billion assets in that fund already, which he launched 2 years ago. Okay. In Forbes magazine, they called him the top social media and marketing influencer in the world. He also has Cardone Ventures, which is mainly a venture capital company that help companies that are already middle size, which means that they are between $200,000 to $1 million sales revenue in a year. Okay, they help them to scale like crazy, and especially get them into an exit strategy. Also, he has one of the biggest business conferences around the world. He has the biggest, honestly, and the next one is going to be next month, February, in Las Vegas, which it's called 10X Growth Conference. Usually there's many celebrities, invited there, and those celebrities, they only talk about how they became successful, how they're managing their money, which investments they're doing, what their skills they focused on. So also, he's a writer and contributor in many medias that and also he has a foundation called Grant Cardone Foundation, which mainly focuses on kids who don't have fathers. Okay, because when he was a kid, a 10-year-old, his father died. Okay, so he helps those kids to not go through the same challenges he had to go through alone. Okay, so all this also you can find in his personal social media, YouTube videos, and accounts. Anyway, so first of all, my personal story with money. What do I mean? So mainly my first money I was taking from my father. Okay, so daddy, but I need money to buy chips. And then there was my grandmother. She was very more generous than my father. Okay, so my grandmother was like, um, my name is at the little store under the house, you know, so you can just get anything you want and say it's in the name of my grandmother. So she was more generous. That's how I used to make money. No, my real story with money, I would say, is that my father always wanted me to work with him. From the age of 9, that was the only financial plan that my dad gave me. There wasn't any other option. So he had an antiquity business, and I had to take over that business along with time. And I came after 3 sisters, so he was really he wanted a boy. I came forward, so his plan really took longer than expected. And that was the whole plan. That was what he said to me, to everyone, and all the family were. That was the plan. So the problem that I didn't like it. I didn't like the plan because I used to see how we live. I used to see how my father lives. I used to see how worried he is about money. I used to see how in the house we are very worried about spending. I hated that I have to shut down all the lights behind me. I hated that, you know, always. Well, who will have the light open? Okay, so so there's a electricity bill, there's this bill, there's this bill, there's this whole life. I hated it. Okay, I didn't like it. And then in the business also, there was an investment in marketing, there was an investment in anything. And the first money I used to make, what I remember the most is it took like 2-3 years. He was just giving me when I was in university, in the same time working with him, he used to give me $50 a week working with him. And then one day I'm like, hey, this is not enough. Because of inflation, we're getting more expensive. So he was like, okay, I'll give you $450 a month. And then after a year, we made it 600. And then with the advice from my uncle, because I was lazy to work more, he decided to give me commission. And when I started to make commission, I started not being lazy. Okay, so I started to focus on my work because there was commission. So profits, of course, are better than profits, commission are better than salary because it pushes you to work more. So I started focusing more on the details in the work. I started focusing to make sure every client is getting into the shop to buy. And then I realized that I don't have enough knowledge in the things that I'm selling. So I started doing researches about every piece there is in the shop. And I started to understand more about money. And I started to write down my expenses. And I started to understand more because I was started to make extra. Okay. So when I was doing 600, it was enough just to survive, minimum survival, honestly. But when I started to make commissions, the difference was huge. Like the first month I started to make commissions, I did $3,000 from 600 to 3,000. I spent them all in a trip to Dubai, but but I used to always spend, and I had this philosophy in my head: money comes and goes. It's okay. Okay, so I'll work, I will sell, I will make money, no problem. So honestly, that philosophy helped me a lot. From the age of 20, I would say, till now, 39, helped me a lot, that philosophy, to not worry about money, which is one of the things I'm going to talk today. But there are other building blocks about money that I didn't know, which didn't help me be, till the age of 39, a wealthy person. Okay. Yeah, I reached one-time $1 million sales income a year. Okay, I reached that, but and then I lost it again because I didn't know the basics of the rules of money, like what I learned from Grant. Okay, so mainly I would say my personal story with money is mainly that I really don't care about it. It's not my target. My target is what I believe about money is that my target is to grow as a person, always test my comfort zones, get out of them as much as I can, and grow, do every year something new, and money is an indirect result of my growth. And that happened always with me. Okay, I believe in this. Every time my income grew is because I just did something that I used to be afraid of before, like talking on big stages, like opening the camera and talking, like doing phone calls to strangers, like traveling to a workshop. I don't know anyone there. Spending money when for a training, even if that was the only money I had. Okay, and I remember very well in 2012, because that was one of my turning points. I saw that there's a workshop in Minneapolis in USA. It's called 90 Days Plan. 90 days, you change your life. Okay, so they will give all the plan in the industry that I used to work in. So I'm like, I have to go. Okay, my bank account is zero. Actually, it's minus because I have some payments to give because most of the money I had, I reinvested in antiques from France, and I didn't have money. And my clients started to pay me less. And economically in 2011-12, it wasn't so good in Lebanon, mainly because of the war in Syria. So my clients' behavior and spending changed. So I didn't pay attention to that. I spent everything, and that's all I knew, because that's what my father used to do, and that's what he taught me. So I said I have to go to this workshop, and I didn't have the money. And I started to think about solutions. Even though I have some clients who have to give me money, they weren't giving me. It's my right, they weren't. So I had to find a solution. And then I contacted one of my clients, who is a wealthy person, I spent a lot of time sitting with him and learning from him how he from zero became a millionaire. And I called him and I said, listen, I have this workshop I have to attend. The problem, I don't even have money to put in my bank account to show to the US embassy that I have money to go. So if you can borrow me money, I put in the bank account, print the paper, the bank statement, and then go back to the bank, take the money and give it back to you, because my dad will not let me go to this workshop. He was like, come. So I went, and he was like, take the money that you want and just go. Okay. See, I didn't even have money, but because I was never worried about money, you understand? So he gave me, because of my confidence that I talked to him, I said, if I go there, I will be a millionaire. It was like, go learn. Okay. He gave me money, and he was like, it's okay. Maybe I will buy something from you. You make money, you give me back. Just go to USA and start learning. So yeah, that was the turning point. After 6 months after that workshop, I started making my first $10,000 a month. Okay. So mainly it wasn't only the workshop, it was sitting with successful people 3 days. Okay, that's an experience. So see, my point is, money is not something that I have a relation with, that is a relation, that's my target, that's what I run after. Some people who are not in the business world look at business people like, oh my God, they only work for money. Honestly, no. Okay, that's a myth, a perception, that's a self-defense mechanism, that's a programming from people around you who are not even in the business world. Honestly, they don't run after money. They run for growth, for what money brings, honestly, which is safety, which is fun, which is, I don't know, each one has different goals. But I assure you, if you see somebody successful, he's not running after money. For them, it's a game. Okay, money is just a reward. They love to win, not the money. Okay, it's the winning spirit. Okay, it's the winning. They have this winning mentality. So anyway, let's go in details. If I do my perception of money, my education, financial education, and everything, I already did an Insta Live a few days ago, which you can find the recording all in my YouTube channel, Gary Z. I'm not going to repeat what I said and mentioned a few days ago. Today, I'm just going to talk about what Grant Cardone says about money. Okay, which the first lesson I'm going to give today is the basic building blocks of money. So anything you want to grow, always take the example of a building. Okay, remember I said to be a businessman, you need to fix your business mindset, your skills, and then strategies. Some people jump to the strategy. I want to build a business like this, and they start asking for money to build that business. Hey, first become a businessman, have that business mindset, build the necessary skills to become a businessman, and then strategies are a game. Okay, they change always. So any idea is great, but if you're not ready to build a business, you will fail. Okay, as a person. So a businessman is like a doctor. You have to learn to become a doctor. You don't do an operation. You don't do an operation as a doctor if you didn't graduate, right? Or at least what some doctors doing the operation before, assisting them and everything. Same with business. It's the same. You cannot say, hey, I opened the company. I just registered my company in Dubai. I'm a businessman. No, you're not. Okay. It's like opening a clinic and you still didn't get the degree from the university. Okay. So it's the same thing. You need to go through the process like a doctor. Okay. Become a businessman. So anyway, let's start. So what I was saying is that even to understand money, always take the example of the building. So first we have to learn the basic building blocks, and then there's a lot to learn after that. Okay, there's a lot to learn, but let's fix the building blocks first, the programming about money. Number one, income is king. Income is king. Cash flow is the most important thing with money, and people don't even focus on it. I've seen people don't even focus on it. They don't even know what means cash flow. They don't know that income is the most important thing. Okay, so if you want to if you want to win in the game of economy, you have to understand that income is king, which means there's no income, you are dead. No income, you are dead. Every week, every month, you should make income. So cash flow is king. Never stop it running, because expenses are always there. Okay, you cannot live without spending, unless you're living in the jungle with not in society. Okay, but if you're living in society, there's expenses. You have to eat, there are things. You can rely a little bit on your parents, but not long time. Okay, so cash flow is king. Never stop it running. So number one block you have to understand, it should be in your programming. You should focus on income. Make sure you have income, and you do anything to have income. Okay, and no, searching for a job will not give you the income that we're talking about here. Okay, a job, yes, it's an income, but job is just over broke. Okay, covering your expenses. So a job that is based only on salary, there's no commission, there's no bonuses. Okay, it's just an income, but it will not help you to the next steps I'm going to tell you now as a money building block. Okay, there's another training from Grant. There's the small book called The Millionaire Booklet. Okay, it's a very small book. That's why it's called booklet. And he tells you there what to do. So if you're only relying on a job, salary income, there's many other options. My first advice and Grant's advice is start selling something so you can learn how to sell. Okay, because if you know how to sell, you can grow your income. So that's why also most of the University of Grant Cardone is about all the details about selling. So saving isn't king. Spending isn't king. Okay, so let's fix this programming. Income is king. Cash flow is king. And let me give you an example. When I have cash flow, a little bit more, things happen in life. Something gets broken in the car, right? Health-wise, something might happen. Surprises might happen. You cannot control that. Okay, but every time I have cash flow, always money is coming. Okay, income is running. So, okay, some big problems, a lot of problems can be fixed just because you have cash flow, which is a big worry for a lot of people because they didn't focus on income. Okay, next, income increments. What does it mean, increments? Increments means small steps, small growth. Okay, income increment. So you should be, so first rule is income. Income is king. Second block is grow your income and focus on growing your income, small steps, small percentages. But your focus mentally as a block is focusing on growing, not settling. Now I have a salary, $3,000. I'm better than 70% of the society. Okay, I'm good. See, that's a financial wrong block. Everything will fall. Why? Because if you don't focus on growing, you will not only not achieve your goals in life, okay, you will fall down, and that will not stay always. And with the situation now, with the inflation running faster than your growth of income, and also competition and technologies and AI is coming, okay, they're gonna replace you. They're gonna replace you. So that's why it's very important that all you focus on is small growth of income every month. So incremental growth should be a priority. Not, okay, I'm making 3,000, I'm making 4,000, I'm making 2,000, whatever, it's that limitation in your head that if I reach that, I'm good, okay? Never have that limitation, okay? You should not be comfortable about your income because you should know that it might stop. Especially if you're relying on one source of income. So that's why it's very important that you focus on, okay, if this month I'm making 3,000, how can I make 3,300 next month? I asked the boss. He doesn't want to give me the 300. Okay, what do I do? See, this is where you use creativity. This is where you start searching for other ways because you're not comfortable about it. You need to make that 300 extra. Now it's a rule. Now it's a building block. Okay, so how can I make an extra $300 next month? Okay, one of the ways that Grant says and I say, sell something. Look in your house, like an example. Look in your house, search. Your mom and dad left something, maybe they're not using it anymore. Maybe some clothes that are branded, they're not using it anymore. Maybe you have old toys, they're not using it anymore. Maybe something you can sell, okay? Thing you can find. You can ask your friends, do you have anything to sell? You don't want it anymore. Put them on OLX, put them on eBay, put them on anything. Start trying, share it on social media. Hey, I want to sell this. Go to Facebook groups where they sell something. Okay, they sell stuff and say, I'm gonna sell this. Call some people and say, some shops say, are you interested to buy this? Now you can have that extra 300. So next month you'll be like, okay, this month I did 3,300. How can I make 10% more? So 3,360. So how, sorry, 630 or 60, whatever. Okay, so 3,600. So now I have to make 300 more. How can I make this? And then you use your creativity, you ask around, you check around. Now you can see opportunities. But if your comfort zone and the programming is good, you have a job. People around you are like, oh my God, you're working in Dubai, that's good. You're working here, there, you're working in this company, you're working with the government, amazing. Then you won't be happy because there is you have to understand, you want more or less. There is no same. I just want to have the same income for you. There isn't. It will never be the same. For some time it will, but it will never. Things happen in life. So your goal is that you be in control of your income instead of the economy, the company, the boss, your clients be in control of your income. You shouldn't give that control, the control of your income number, you shouldn't give it to others. You should be in control. And the only way you can do that, you focus on income increments, making sure to grow 10, 5, 1%, I don't care, but focus on growing it. And if you don't put the numbers, I'm like, if you don't focus, I'm like, okay, how much did I sell this month? Now, next month, I have to do this number. Some people, they don't even check how much they sold because they're focused on somewhere else. And in the other block, you're going to mean what I mean. Okay. Yes, have big 10x goals. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't have big goals. Big goals. But to reach that big goal, understand that it takes small steps of growing your income. Small. But focusing on growing every month and never let any month to go down. Okay? Making sure of that. Get everybody in your family and everybody on your team thinking about income is king, and everybody should focus on increments. Everybody in your family, if you have kids, whatever their age, they should be involved. They should know that that's your focus now. Our focus is income and growing. And I will go through some other building blocks that tells you exactly what to do here. Okay? But understand, focus-wise, programming-wise, your focus is to grow that income. And get your attention on whatever is necessary to get those increments. Next, 95-5 rule. And I can tell you that majority of people do the opposite of this. And you will know yourself, okay? Spend 95% of your time on income, 5% on expenses. 95% of your time you focus on income. You invest it for income. 5% on expenses. Focus all week on how I can grow the income, not cutting down expenses. If you are like my father, put a number 6, always checking how to cut down expenses. Okay. I personally didn't have this problem. Okay. Because I didn't care. Okay. I always focused on income. But I know a lot of people and people close to me, people really close to me, people part of my business and team also, they have this tendency to focus on expensive. No, it's expensive. No, we shouldn't spend this much. Oh my God, we spend this much. You know this language. Focusing on expenses instead of focusing on growing the income. I always say, if you have to, if suddenly there's new expenses, then it means you have to grow your income. It doesn't mean that I should cut that expense or I should remove some expense. Okay. So then I focus on growing my income. I personally, I was never worried about inflation. And wealthy people, they don't worry about inflation because inflation is an advantage of the people who serve products or services, who help people with services and products. Why? Now I can get my prices higher because there's inflation. So things getting more expensive, it's not the thing that we should focus on. But we should only focus on 95% of our time is on income, growing our income, increments. Focus on the income. Stop worrying about the expenses. Okay. One of the things that Grant advises about this point is make a list not now, but do it later, okay? Make a list, divide the page into two, put on the left income and put on the right expenses, and write down all the sources of income you have, or the different sources of income you have, and all the different kind of expenses you have. Always you will see that the list of expenses are much more than the income. Why? Because people focus on that. And that's why it takes your attention, by the way, because there's a lot. There's the phone bill, there's the car bill, there's the gas and the house, if you have a rent, there's the kids, there's the going out, there's the Netflix monthly payment, there's the, you know, there's a lot of things. Income, 1 or 2. Your target should be that 1, 2, V5, 6, 7. Imagine you're only focusing on that. Okay, so only 5%, and I will tell you later when, okay, you focus on expenses. So the 30-minute minute a week meeting on expenses, I will talk about it later. It's one of the basic blocks. Okay. Next, if your mind is saying I should cut down expenses, that's a programming from the poor and middle class. Be careful. Now be aware that that sentence, that programming will not help you. Okay, be aware. Next, the 40% rule. See, this is where I got it wrong from Grant when he said start everyday broke. Okay, save 40% of your income. Okay, I'm sure if I was in a room now with you guys, I would have heard, what? Okay, I'm sure some of you did that. How? You know, 40% of your income. Okay, how? Well, we're doing this training, and Grant Cardone is doing this training for you to become like him, or at least 10%, 20% of him, okay? What he achieved. If you want to become wealthy, if you want to achieve your goals and dreams, save 40%, whatever it takes. And you can fast track change your life if you start doing it from this month, next month, whatever. Okay? Why? So how you do it? First of all, before you pay anything, let's say you got an income. The first thing you do, you don't pay the expenses, you don't pay the salaries, you don't pay the house, you don't pay the credit card, you don't do those. The first thing, 40%, you put aside. Put it in a saving account, I don't know where, just make sure you put it away. 40%, okay? Before taxes, before expenses. And so you pay the 40% and then you pay the expenses. What the majority do when you get your income? First of all, you pay all the expenses, right? And whatever is left, you live with it. Now, if you want to change that situation and you want to grow that live with it number, okay? Now, put 40% aside, pay the expenses, and live with the number will be much smaller. I know, it's hard. It's very difficult, but it's a must. Let me tell you why. Because if you save 40% for only 90 days, your life will be ready to change. And I'm going to give you the plan. Okay? Also, get the family on the same page with you. Hey, from now on, we're going to save 40%. We're going to pay those expenses. And what's left, we're going to live with it the next 90 days. Okay? But if you want things, my kid, let me show you the next basic rule. Building block. Not this one, the next one, okay? So this is, for the people who are watching from Lebanon, you don't need this basic block now, but if you're growing, you will need this, okay? Use a credit card. Use a credit card to make money. So this is programming wrong, you know, also that credit card is bad, right? Credit card are, no, by the way, technology is never bad. People are bad, okay? So there are bad people and good people. So there are people who use the credit card very wrong, bad programming, and there are people who use the credit card to make money, okay? How? So the credit card, especially that you're focusing now on money principles and you're dividing your focus between income and expenses and everything. So you need a bookkeeper. You need to exactly pay attention what you're spending on, where the money is going, right? So you need a bookkeeper. You need somebody to do the audit. So spend everything with your credit card. But doesn't mean that take them as a loan, okay? Directly pay back the credit card from your money, what you spent. But in the credit card, you can see in the bank account, you can see with one print, you can check everything you spent. Okay. So this is how you can manage. This is expense. This is like an auditor, bookkeeper. So spend everything. So first of all, you can have a free bookkeeper like that. So you don't need to hire somebody to check your expenses and your income. And 3, credit cards, they have free trips, miles, discounts. So do your study, which credit card is the best based on your lifestyle. So also you are not going to spend money for trips. You are not going to spend money for items, groceries. I don't know. There are many kind of credit cards now in the world. Personally, I like the miles because I travel a lot. So that's why I always have a credit card with miles. Okay. So also you can make money. It's free money. It's free. The miles, points, discounts are all free money. Okay. But never keep it open, the credit card. Okay. Close it always. Use it like a debit card. You understand? Use it like a debit card. 6, pay yourself first. Basic building block number 6. Pay yourself first. You love yourself the most, so pay yourself first. Don't pay your expenses. Don't pay. It's the same rule of the 40%, but it's a different principle in the head that should be programmed, the money mindset. Okay. I can't take care of anybody if I can't help myself first. So first, pay yourself. You are the most important person. So first, pay yourself. That 40% is paying yourself first. It's a rule that I've read in all the financial books that I read, all the financial education books. They always say, every successful person says, pay yourself first, pay yourself first. It took me time to understand it, okay? Which is mainly you invest on yourself first, you pay yourself first, okay? It doesn't mean save, okay? I'll explain, don't worry. Buying a training, it means, so you pay yourself first, you buy a training to grow the skills, to grow the knowledge. You buy a university, you buy the Cardone University. So whoever wants it, let me know. Okay, I can then show you everything, what's in it. Certification, you need a certification of something, you want to build a new skill, language, whatever, pay yourself first, okay? Or put that 40% aside. 7, building block, use that to make money. Use that to make money. See, it might affect your belief system, this sentence. That, I take that, yeah. I take loans, yeah. You can make money from loans, okay? Again, technologies, ideas are not bad. There are people who use it the wrong way or use it the right way, okay? So, and I've seen this with all the successful people. Don't you wonder, like, how this whole towers projects are being built? None of them is the money of somebody. It's all that. The banks give that. The bank brings it from where? Central bank. Central bank brings it from where? Federal Reserve. The whole money of the world now is printed on that. There's no value behind it. Okay? The US government takes that from the Federal Reserve. That's why USA has the biggest debt country in the world, but their economy is okay. Why? Because they are the Federal Reserve. So anyway, they don't care. But all the countries of the world, to print money, they should get a debt. Okay, so all countries, buildings, companies, factories, everything is built on that. Okay, that. So how can I make money from them? There's bad debt and good debt. Bad debt doesn't bring you more income. Good debt grows your income. So what does it mean? It means that if you're taking loan for necessities, like a house to live in, like a car to drive, like iPhone. I've seen people who do that, honestly. Okay. Like a trip, a vacation. They use their credit card to go to this vacation. Okay. Then it's a very bad debt. But if you're taking loan to grow your income, then it's a good debt. You understand? So if you took money from somebody to build a business, it's good. If you took money from the bank to buy a house so you can rent it and make money, then it's a good one. Okay? But if you're getting money from the bank to live in it, it's bad. Never do that. Okay? And it's very important that you do the basic blocks that I said before. Cash flow. And your cash flow, it's very important, should run through your bank. What do you mean, Gary? Even if they take small percentages from your money. Okay? Again, don't focus on the expenses. Focus on income. Oh my God, this bank is taking $5, $1 for every money I'm putting there. So I'm not going to put the money there. I'm going to keep it cash with me. Hey, you're thinking small. Okay? You're worrying about expenses, not income. Why? It's very important that there's a cash flow running in your bank account. Always coming. Not necessary to have gathered money. It's a cash flow. Okay? Coming, going, coming, going, coming, going. It's always coming. It's very important. Why? And at the same time, you're doing the 40% in a saving account. So 40% in a saving account. Whatever is the number, it's okay. You know why? Because that's a portfolio you have now in the bank account. And the banks, all the banks, they can have access to it. Okay? They see, okay, this person is doing income and he has some saved money. He has this habit. So he's a reliable person to give him loans. So if you want to build a business, you say, hey, I don't have a capital to build the business. You know, I've heard this many times. Okay. Why? Because you don't understand the money game. There's a lot of capital. I'm going to talk about it in the next building block. There's a lot of capital. There's a lot of money. But they're not giving it to you because you don't have the right habits of money. Okay. So mainly, make sure you have income. I always make sure about that, by the way, that money goes through the bank. Even if they take percentages, I don't know. I don't care. Okay. All I want, because I know the target is to be wealthy. And I can't be wealthy if I don't take loans, so I can build bigger business or make my business bigger or make my brand bigger. I need loan. Okay. Now, you can, if you didn't do that, you can borrow money from friends and family and people who have an extra capital, who had the good habit of putting 40% aside, because they are searching for opportunities to invest that money. Okay, so you can start from there. Okay, there's all the startups start like that. Most of the startups. Next. We're still in the same topic. Use that to make money. Never use that for consumption, house, car, unless they are used to make income. Like if you need the car to go to places where it makes you more money, yeah, then it's a good debt. Okay. If you need the house to rent, Yeah, it's a good debt. Okay. Where do I live? Rent. I live in a rented house. Grant Cardone has assets of real estate more than $2 billion. His house with his family, he pays rent. Okay. And I'm talking a rent of huge number. Okay. But his rent. I would never buy a house that I live in. I will always buy houses to rent or to resell after. Got it? This is a middle class, poor mindset, financial advice. Work hard, make money, buy a house, build a family. Now you're stuck 30 years, 20 years for that house, and that extra income that you had so you can grow your income will not grow because you have this expense of covering the house you are building in that also makes you spend more money, the house. And you'll be like, it's an investment, I have a house. Okay, sell it. Sell it. Go sell it and live in a rent with your family. Stop paying money for it. Okay. Use that to create a, I told you, you might get angry, you might get, I warned you, okay? I warned you. It might hit your belief system. It might hit the things you've done already. So I'm sorry. Use that to create, I wish they teach this in schools, but they don't. Use that to create a business or invest on yourself, only on things you have control on. Okay? You invest on things you have control on. That is an income that you don't pay tax on. That's something important also for the countries where the tax is high. So that is an income for you or your company that you don't pay tax on. Usually the other incomes you pay tax on, like the VAT or stuff like that. This is an income that you don't pay tax on. So you have it all for you. You can use it to reinvest. Never buy the first house to live. We talked about it. Now, basic block number 8. We have 12, guys. Okay, 12 basic blocks. 8, money meeting. This is something I already talked about it before a little bit. Now I'm going to go deep in it. Okay. And when I heard this, it was a slap to my face also, honestly, from Grant. Every week we meet on money. So what Grant does, every Sunday, they meet the whole family, he and his wife and his 2 kids, girls, whatever their age. It's a routine. Every Sunday, they meet and talk about money. Okay, what do they talk about? They check their numbers. Okay, how much income we did this week? How much expenses we did this week or this month? How can we grow the income? And are there expenses where we really don't need them? Okay. So this way also the kids and the wife know, okay, how much we really have and how much we can really ask. And if they want more, they have to help daddy or mommy to bring more money. How? Well, there's the parents of his friends in school. Maybe his parents sell something that the parents of the school need. Okay, suddenly they are aware as kids, okay, if I need that PlayStation, my father said that we should grow our income to this much. How can I help so I can get my PlayStation? Okay, this is with kids. If you don't have kids, you should do this. Or if you have a partner in life, you have, I don't know, a partner in business, whatever, every week you should check your numbers and make sure, this is how you make sure that how you can grow. And this is where the most important in this meeting, maximum spend 30 minutes on expenses. And after that, all you talk about is income, growing the income. Weekly money meeting. I will answer all the questions later, guys. Okay, somebody wrote something on Q&A. Let me finish all the basic building blocks. Okay. So every week we meet on money, wife and kids. You get what you focus on. And if you don't pay attention to money, you won't get it. This is how it is. Whatever you focus on, you will get it. So if you don't pay focus on money, that's not the target, guys. Remember, it's not the target is not money. The target is to reach in a place where you can achieve your goals and dreams. Money is just a tool. Okay. So, but you need to give that attention once a week. Okay, how much we're making, how much I'm spending, and how can I grow the income? And if there's expenses that it was bad decisions, okay, but the most important, don't be hard on the people who did mistakes, okay? Because the focus should be on income. If your kid or your wife or yourself, don't be hard on yourself. Spend on something you really wanted at that moment, okay? That identification that, okay, then I can grow and you're feeling bad now, it's an identification that you should grow your income. So you enjoy more of that, okay? So you will spend more if you don't do this meeting without paying attention. Next. The stay broke rule. This is something I heard in 2021, January. And then I understood when I watched this training last year. Okay. The stay broke rule. The stay broke rule means get rid of the 40%. Get rid of your savings. Your savings are not for retirement because their value is going to go down anyway. There's inflation. Never save for retirement. The target is to have income. Even the last day you might leave this world, there's income should run. Okay? And if you learn how to build businesses without you being involved in it, you will reach that point. Okay? So get rid of the 40%. This was a wow for me. What? Yeah, get rid of them as soon as you can. You're putting money aside, saving account, get rid of them. Why? Go broke as fast as you can. Don't trust yourself with money. You will spend it. What do you mean, Gary? Okay, mainly, you're saving 40% every month, every week, whatever. 40%, 40%, 40%. And now you check, and every week you're checking your accounts, right? Oh, now I have good money. Now it's growing. It's good. It's good. I have money. So Monday comes, there's no fire because you feel safe. There's a cushion. There's somewhere I'm okay. I'm good. I don't need to push anymore. Okay. So you go to your comfort zone and you don't push, you don't work. You're not excited anymore because you feel like, okay, you go back to comfort zone. Okay. So that's the first reason why you should get rid of it. It should show 0. Okay. 2, things happen in life. If you have that extra money, things happen in life, negative or positive. Suddenly, because you have that money and your partner, your wife is sad or about something, you want to surprise her. You're like, hey, I got a ticket to Maldives. Let's go. And you're just so happy, because you're taking her to Maldives. But you broke the rule of money by doing that, because that 40% should go on investments. Get rid in investing. That's what it means. Get rid of them, not spend them, invest them. Got it? So you create other sources of income. The list of income should grow, remember? So if you start putting 40% aside, you will see opportunities. When you don't have that aside, you cannot see opportunities. You will see everything negative. Okay, so when you are broke, you hustle. You are no more in the comfort zone. Money hates to be ignored. He will find an emergency, Valentine, weddings, gifts, a lover, a new lover, many examples, kids, They want something, and you cannot say no anymore because you know you have money. Okay, so understand that 40% you cannot touch it unless it's an investment, and it's not a retirement plan, because there isn't anything saving money for retirement plan anymore in this life. And by the way, for some people, they think that retirement is short. It's long. It's a lot of time, you know, from 60, 65 to 80. Sometimes some people live to 90, 95. It's a long time. Whatever you save, it will not be enough. Okay, it will not be enough without making more income. So that's why you should focus on having different sources of income, and don't believe the lie that if you work with one company, you can retire with them and they will keep on paying you salary. That's old school, finished. It doesn't work anymore. Okay, so they can decide not to pay you, and you see what you can do. And the countries are all in loan, so don't rely on the country paying you salary. Also, all the countries are in loan, and the first thing they do, they cut the salaries of the people who are not producing. Okay, so never save for retirement. If you're saving, you should spend it, invest it fast. Okay, so this is something I love for. Okay, so where do you spend it? Where do you invest it? Use that money to invest by this order. Okay, if you never invested before, don't jump to number 3, and that's a mistake I've seen everybody does. Okay, they have some money aside, and the first thing they search for is having assets that brings them money without being them involved, because it's lazy, because it's more comfortable. Okay, they give the money to somebody to invest it. They give money to the bank, so they give them money yearly. They give money to life insurance investment plan. They give the money to, I'm not against the life insurance, let me tell you that, okay? But if your first investment is going to be that, it's a big mistake. Okay, it's a big mistake. So people search for easy way to, always they search for easy way to make money. There isn't easy way to make money, guys, if you want to become successful. If you want to be comfortable, yeah, there are some easy ways to make money, but you will live a comfortable life, and then that comfortable will not be enough. Inflation, competition, technologies, it will hit your income, and then you're going to spend the savings. Okay, so invest first in you. What do I mean? Invest in learning, growing. You should live a university life, always learning new things. And the people who are watching today, I congratulate you. You're investing your time. Now you should invest money in you. Okay? What do I mean? Like how I did. At the age of 26, I decided to achieve goals, and I discovered that I have lack of knowledge to be like those people that I'm watching. The first person I was watching was Robert Kiyosaki. I bought his book, First Investment, a book about financial education. And that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, should be in every house. Every kid should read it. Okay? Rich Dad Poor Dad, that was the first financial book. And that's where I started to understand how to be rich and why people stay poor. Okay? The difference. Not listening to my parents and the media. Yeah, there are bad rich people. Totally unethical. They make money out of the suffering of other people. There are. Okay? But there are great businessmen also. Very lovable. They have foundation. They help people. And they don't hurt anyone. Okay? So which one do you want to choose? You choose. Okay? So, but I learned the basics. So that was my first investment on a book. I really don't remember how much it was. Maybe $6, something like that. Okay, so that was my first investment on me. The second investment on me was, and I'm not including university in this. Okay, it depends on why you're going to university. The second investment was, I bought an audio CD from a trainer called Tim Sales. 7 audio CDs from USA online. They shipped it to Lebanon. With the shipping cost, it was around 40, 50. So I think I paid around $200 with the shipping and stuff like that. $200, 7 audio CDs. Changed my life completely. Okay, because first time I was listening in details how somebody can learn communication skills in details. How can somebody do a phone call without being afraid? All the details, all the steps. So I learned. Then after that, I would say it was going to the USA trip. It cost me $5,000. Changed my life financially much more than the $35,000 that I spent in university. Then it became part of my habit, investing on me. That's the only thing I trust to invest. Okay, in my journey. I used to go every year to USA 2 times, attending workshops, and then going to Europe. I started investing on spending time with successful people as close as I can be next to them. I started to invest time and invest money and time, of course. And when I go to somewhere, I'm investing in hotel, I'm investing in eating there, I'm investing in planes, I'm investing. All those are investment on me. Okay, so to reach to a point where I'm not afraid of money. I'm not afraid of I might be broke. I'm not afraid because with this investment on me, and the most important, I was able to discipline myself. So if I watch a training and watch a workshop, I have, at the beginning, no. Okay, it took me time, but I disciplined myself and found ways to apply fast what I'm learning, because that's the only way you can really benefit from the investment. You know, there's a lot of people who pay for the gym membership and they never go. They go only 1 time, 2 times, and they stop, right? So they feel like they lost money. I totally understand. And there's a lot of people who buy a training, buy a workshop, or watch a workshop and never apply. I totally understand. And that's something you should start working on, because that's the only way you can change your life. It's learning and applying. Even if you apply 10%, it's still a growth 10%. You're doing something new. Okay? It starts like that. So I had control on, I know if I watch something, even though I don't memorize well, my memory is very slow. Okay, so I watch it again and again. I always like to watch trainings where there's recording after that. So I watch it again, take words, write down words word by word. Okay, so if you want to watch this again, go to my YouTube channel. There's a recording of this call there, and you can watch it again, write word by word, or at least 70% of what I said. Don't take only screenshots of the PowerPoint. It won't help. The success is in the details and the stories that a trainer gives. Okay, so first invest on yourself, so that way you can grow your income, because now you're more valuable, now you're more confident in whatever you do. Then, so which means your valuation grows, your income grows. Okay, and your confidence grows, your income grows. So this is where the extra, the 40% you're putting aside, you invest back in your business. So you build a business or grow your business. You make your brand more famous. You maybe open new branches. Maybe you do some promotions for the team. I don't know, just whatever money this company needs to grow, you use that 40%, or use that 40% so that your portfolio becomes bigger, so you get loans and invest in your business. Never touch it. That's another strategy. Okay, keep it growing so they give you bigger loans. Okay, 3, build assets. So when you reach to a point, your business is growing enough, there's an extra from the business also, then build assets. This is where also, when you have that 40% and you want to spend it, you want to stay broke, you search for opportunities that valuable, that you can make money from without you being involved. Like somebody's opening a new business, they are searching for investors. Somebody, a company is doing an opportunity. I don't know, there's many ways. The real estate, you buy real estates, And then Grant Cardone learned that buying one real estate, one apartment is not a good idea. You buy a condo. It's better. You can, if you don't have it, you can find partners and join together to buy a condo where there's many apartments, because if one person who is renting your house leaves, suddenly the income stops. So it's better to have many. So there's many ways. Okay. You start exploring when you have that 40%. You start exploring when you have this mindset. You start seeing opportunities when you are in that situation. Okay. 10. The money mindset. What it means, the money mindset here. What he means is the money shortage mindset is a myth from poor and middle class mindset. Okay. There's a myth. There's a idea that a culture that there isn't a lot of money. There isn't a lot of money in this world. The economy is really bad. We're going to have a recession. It's really bad. We don't know what to do. We cannot ask for more money now. The clients, the situation, the economy is bad. Okay? Bullshit. It's a middle class, poor mindset. And it's a mindset that is very common in all the society. Okay? You think there's a shortage of money. There's more money in this world than trees. Every year they print money on that. Every year there's money more than the year before in this world. There's a lot of money. But you should understand that most of this money is going to the people who are providing good products and services, so that the majority is spending, giving back the money to them. Got it? So your job is to find out how you can serve those people so they spend money for you. You'll be a valuable person and they start throwing money to you. When you grow your valuation, people throw money at you. So there is a big mindset mistake that there isn't enough money. And you can know it like this. Go outside and look around, look how much money there is. Now, tomorrow when you drive, or when you are on the street or whatever, or go on the balcony and look around. Now look for money. Every car is money. Every building is money. Everything you see, people wear, everything is paid. They paid money for that. So there is money. Your job is to own one of those. So they pay you money. This doesn't mean apartment, car. I mean one of the purses that the people use, one of the things that people are using. The Zoom I'm using now, I paid money for it because I had a need to you do a webinar, to have more than 500 people in calls. I'm paying monthly money to Zoom because the Zoom is helping me with the problem I have, which is I want to reach a lot of people around the world at the same time. They created a service that serves me, so I pay money. I'm throwing my money to them, okay? And they're always upgrading their services, which is amazing, okay? So there isn't a shortage. There's a lot of money. The question is there money or not? That's not the question. The question is why there isn't money enough with you, okay? And the people who don't have enough money, don't have enough income, they don't focus on growing their income, they don't focus on weekly meeting about money, they don't focus on putting 40% aside, they will say, there is no money, the economy is bad. Okay. And I had this challenge a lot when I used to communicate after the financial problems that happened in Lebanon. For the people who don't know, there's the currency from $1 to 1,500. Now it's 50,000. So there's an inflation like crazy. Okay. So suddenly there's a lot of, and also the government stole the money of the people who deposit, of the people from the banks. They stopped giving money. Okay. They stole it. So people said there's no money. The government stole it. There's no more money. Wrong. It's totally wrong. You know why? because money doesn't disappear. Impossible. They didn't go to the bank accounts and said 0, 0, 0. Even if they do that, even they do 0, okay, where's the money of those people? Somebody took that money and spent it somewhere else or put it somewhere else. So the money is still there, but it's just the money changes from one owner to another. There's a lot of money. It's just that it moves. It's a currency. They call it. It's current. They move it from one person to another, from one person to another. And your job is to focus, how can I get more income so that moving of this money comes to me also and I can benefit from this game. Got it? So no, money didn't disappear. Money went somewhere else. And your job is to check, okay, how can I serve those people who have this money? So they spend it back to me. So focus on income. Don't focus on what went. And also some people, there's no dollars in Lebanon. I'm like, hey, in every market, there's people who have money, people who don't have money. There's people who do dollars. There's people who make Lebanese lira. There's people who do. I used to always say this. In every market, don't generalize. That's the biggest mistake that the majority do. We always generalize. And with money, we generalize also. It's very wrong. In every market, there's people who have money, people who don't have money, people who have a lot of income, people who have less income, people who are owners of companies, people who are who have jobs, and there are people who have who are jobless. There's everything, every market, every city, every village, everywhere. There's a cocktail of every kind of people. Never generalize. If you're selling something, serving some people, whatever you love to serve and sell, okay? Or you want to build a business, I don't think it's the right market to open this business, because now the economy, in that economy, there is few people who want to buy your service. There is, and your job is to learn how to become a businessman, to know how to sell, to know how marketing, so you can reach your target audience, which is a small percentage of that market, and a small percentage of a market can make you a millionaire. Like it makes me go crazy whenever I speak with people who in Egypt, like an example, and they say, I don't think this business or this product will sell in my country because most of the country is poor. I'm like, you have 100 million population. If I'm able to sell to 0.11%, 0.01%, I'll be a millionaire. My job is to, and your job is to see how can I reach those 0.01%. Got it? There's a lot of money. And your job is to serve those people who have the money. Okay? It's not your mistake. Your mistake. You have, there's a typo here. You have the shortage mindset. You were just grown up poor or from middle class like me. This is the words of Grant Cardone, and me also. I had the same mindset. 11, the price myth. What's the time? Okay, good. The price myth. Why you look at prices? Why you look at prices? Price is never your problem. If one more time you say this is expensive, you are on the wrong track, and the basic and the building block of money in your head is wrong. If you use the word expensive from now on, nothing is expensive or cheap. It's relative to your income. So if something is expensive, it means you need to grow your income. Because for other people, that is very cheap. Okay? When I bought my iPhone 13, some people like, wow, you bought the iPhone 13, it's expensive. For me, it was very cheap, honestly. It's nothing. I didn't even feel that it's expensive. Honestly, I didn't even check the price. Okay. I just needed a new phone. And I got the bigger one, 13 Pro Max, whatever. Okay. I'm not trying to show you that I have money. No, no, no. I'm just saying it's a mindset that never look at the price. Never pay attention to the price. That's not what you should focus on. Oh my God, it's expensive. Let me search and get the best price. Let me get the discount. Oh my God, Black Friday. Yeah. I never go out of the house at Black Friday. Never. That's a waste of time. And that time I focus to make more income. And it's the people who are selling you on Black Friday are making money. They are focused on making more money. Got it? So price is not what you are buying. Because what you are buying is what the products really covers your need or service or problem, right? That's what you want. And what you want the best. You always want the best. Okay. So don't, and I know some people, they have this programming, always trying to find the cheapest things. Always trying to going through, like they spend 2 weeks on booking.com because they have a vacation to find the best, cheapest, and whatever. Okay. Just get the one that you feel like it's great for you and worry about why you can't afford it because you're not focusing on income, growing your income. Okay. The wealthy doesn't worry about if a book is $40 or a program is 1,000. Like I go crazy sometimes when some people say, I never show it. Okay. I never show it, but I'm like, there's this workshop or this university. Now I have in my hands a product that is, for me now, it's the best product. That's why I'm always putting on my social media, I have the best product. I have a university for success, not a business degree in university. I have the university for success, which is the Grant Cardone University. Plus, I can coach you and help you for as long as we work together to be so you become successful with the trainings and the guidance of Grant Cardone. That's the best product. And I'm sure some people will come and say, oof, it's expensive. See, it's a mindset. Don't you want to be successful? That's what you want. Okay? That's what you want. There's no price for it. So if you find the right product and service and what you really want, you shouldn't look at the price. If you're looking at the price, it's a programming. It's a basic building block that it takes time to understand what I'm saying. I totally understand. Okay? But there's a difference when you go to a restaurant, and this I felt it in my life. Before I go through this personal development journey, I used to open a menu and never look at the plates. Avoid looking at the plates because usually the plates were the most expensive, especially the steak. I used to always look at, okay, salad, sandwich, right? Appetizer. Those what I used to look at. When I started growing my income and focusing on growing the income, what I really wanted to do, it's one of the things that I wanted to do. I go to a restaurant and only look at the plates and choose one of the most expensive between them. That's a satisfaction for me. Okay. So, and also inviting people with me. I love that. I love that satisfaction. Okay. So the attention of the wealthy people is how to blow up. Next. Well, let me tell you something, Celeste. A plate of a steak or a plate of a chicken breast also is diet, but it's more expensive. Okay. The price myth also, always shift your attention out of the price. Whenever you feel like, okay, you're looking at the price, it's expensive, shift your attention. Every time you worry about the bill, worry about the price, remember to shift your focus to, I should grow my income, instead of saying, oh, it's expensive. Your problem, you don't make enough income. That's the problem. 12, worry about money. That's the last basic building block of money. Worry about money. And if you remember my story with money, I said, I don't worry about money. I'm proud of that. Okay, honestly, it helped me a lot in my life. Okay. So, but I've seen a lot of people, they worry about money. A lot. I met a lot of people. If you are worrying about money, it's an indication you are out of track. Anything that you don't have enough information about and expertise. Sorry, I read the sentence all wrong. Anything that you don't have enough information and expertise worries you or scares you, means you don't know anything about it. So which means you don't know anything about money. You don't understand the game. You're an amateur about money, and that's why you are worried. So any topic, anything that you are worried about, it's an indication that you don't know enough about it. And I invite you into a journey of financial education as soon as possible. Put it as a priority. This is a basic building block, but there's more to learn. Okay. I have many trainings also, or just reach that poor dad as a basic if you want. Richest Man in Babylon, Money Master the Game by Tony Robbins. There's many books, there's many videos on YouTube. Just make sure you take this as a priority, so you don't worry about money anymore in your life. Don't you want to put number 5 if you don't want to worry about money anymore? Okay. Let me give you this example. You're driving at the speed of 100 kilometers an hour, and suddenly starts raining. What happens? You worry, right? You start being worried. So what really happens is, oh my God, I don't want to be, I don't want, let me be careful, this is dangerous. Do you think a professional car driver will be worried when it rains? Have you watched Formula One when it rains? What speed they drive on? They're not worried. Why? Because they know what they are doing. They are professionals of the game, of driving. So same with money. If you understand what you're doing, you know the game, you shouldn't be worried. If you know that you're focusing on income, you're growing your income slowly, you're putting 40% aside, at least cash flow is still coming. You make sure your focus is on cash flow, okay? And you know how to bring cash flow. You don't need to worry about the company paying you, okay? You don't worry anymore. Don't be an amateur when it comes to money. It means you don't have a plan when you worry. So the last thing I'm going to say from Grant, paying attention and learning to play the game is now a priority to every person. If I start over, I would start by fixing the money mindset first. So Grant said that if I start over from my early 20s, 18, 17, 15, the first thing I would have focused on is understanding the money game and fixing my money mindset, and then I start working. This money mindset thing makes a lot of people lose time and opportunities just because the programming is coming from poor mindset or middle class mindset. So that's it. Let me answer your questions. I'm sorry if I made some people uncomfortable, okay? But it is a topic that should make you uncomfortable, so we change it. So I'm sure the people who joined today in the call, they want to make more money, right? So because the topic is very clear, money mindset. So I should hit the old programming. Okay. So anyway, just making sure that I understood this one right. Stephanie is asking me. We put the money and remove it all the time, right? We don't keep it for the long time in the bank. And we simply use the bank to take loans and grow our business. Good. Yes, that's it. That's right. You understood it right. My dad was saving. Now he doesn't have them. He should have reinvested. And I remember from where he got the money because I was involved. We made a big deal, I remember. And this is because at that time I was reading Rich Dad Poor Dad. What happened? Sometimes good things happen in business. Sometimes, okay? And if you do the right things over and over. So what happened? A client came to the shop, a woman. This was in 2010, 11, something like that. A client came and she got 4 pieces. Turns out she's from Kuwait, but Lebanese originally, but she looks like she has money. Okay, she looked money. Very, okay, with a bodyguard and stuff like that. Anyway, so she got 4 pieces and she was like, can you ship them to Kuwait? And I'm like, okay, sure. And I did my good service, you know. Next thing I know, after 2 months, 3 months, she comes back to the shop. She calls me, are you in the shop? Yeah, she came. And at that period, I pushed my dad to invest, to rent the shop that is next to us so we can put all our stock, most of our stock. And it was very hard to convince him. And then he got convinced and he was so afraid. He was keep on saying, I think this was a mistake. I don't know what. So this woman comes and he sees a new collection. Okay. And what she did, she told me that she has a house in somewhere in Lebanon and she wants to fill it with antiques. Ching ching. So it's like this. We went 2 trucks to her house. She chose this one. The check was big. Okay. And we were happy. And then 1 week later, she calls me back. She says, we got a new house in Ashrafiyeh in Beirut, and it's empty. We're gonna fill it also. I'm like, are you moving that house? No. Let them stay what we bought there. This is a new one. It's empty. Jackpot. Let me tell you, it's a jackpot. Like it doesn't normally happen. Okay. Of course, it's a corrupted money. You don't need to think about it. Let me make it. Let me make it. Make you comfortable. Okay. Yes, it's a corrupted money. I can't give names. Okay, I can't give names. So anyway, we filled the house. Imagine her son. Okay, you know, we had many employees. We brought people to help us get the products and to the house and put it everywhere. I forgot what they call it in English. The people who help. And anyway, his son was standing at the door, like you see in movies, okay, and giving to each one of those guys $100, $100, okay. So anyway, so movers, yeah, whatever. And my employees were like, don't say to your dad that they gave us 100. Because they know my dad. He's always afraid of money. Okay. So anyway, total, let me tell you the number. Okay. Total we got from the 2 houses, $320,000. Okay. 2 checks, total $320,000. We went out of that house. And everybody's happy, of course. And I said to my dad, okay, Dad, because I was reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, okay? And I said, okay, Dad, you know what we should do? 50% of that money, or 20%, 30%, a good percentage, let's use it to change the decoration of the shop. get better lighting, do advertising to grow the business, or open another branch so we can divide. I'll be in the branch, we can make more money like this. You know what he replied? What? This is my retirement money. Now he's living on $400 a month. Yeah, see, money mindset. So, any questions? For the people who joined on Instagram, sorry, I'm on Zoom, so that's why I'm not looking here. Okay. Anyway, welcome everyone. So that's it for today. Next Sunday there isn't a free workshop like I do every Sunday, because I will be doing the physical workshop in the workshop I'm going to do Start Your 2023, right? I highly advise you, if you like what you're watching, what you're seeing, I highly advise you to attend the workshop or communicate with me, book a meeting so I can show you all this knowledge I'm giving you is from Grant Cardone. If you want more of it, you want to fast track your goals and success this year, I can show you what I have. Talk to me or book a meeting on my Calendly and my Instagram bio. It's there. Okay, book a meeting. Let's talk. Let me show you some information, what I have in my hands. Love you all. Get your money mindset right. Bye-bye.